Hi, I'm Carl from Apt, and in this video we're going to take a look at the new Bose Soundbars side by side, the SB500 and the SB700. The first thing you'll notice is the size difference. The 500 is narrower at 31.5 inches, where the 700 is 38.5. The 500 is also shorter at 1 3/4 inches. The 700 is a ½ inch taller at 2 1/4 inches. Other than the physical size though, they share a very similar upscale design. There's going to be glass that runs across the top of the 700 that picks up fingerprints and dust pretty easily, but the 500 has a matte material that's a little more resistant to those fingerprints. The 700 comes with a cleaning cloth to help with this though, so don't worry. The 500 doesn't, but it doesn't really need it that much anyways. They both have the same style grill too, made from a single piece of perforated aluminum that runs across the front and wraps around the side. The other design difference you're going to notice is on the back with how the inputs are laid out. They both have the same, one HDMI with ARC and one optical audio input, but the 700 comes with cables for both and the 500 only comes with an HDMI cable. It's not a big deal since you'll typically be using one or the other, but if you're getting the 500 and you have to use an optical cable, you'll want to make sure you have one of those on hand for your install. Sound is another category where you're going to notice a difference. The 700's got more drivers built in, which make it capable of filling a larger room. Not only that, but it seems to throw the sound around better too. It just kind of gives a broader sound stage, which makes whatever you're watching more engaging. For music and movies, for that matter, the vocals seem to pop a little bit more on the 700s as well. Bass was more noticeable too. That's not to say the 500 was bad by any means. In fact, the 500 still sounds great on its own, but when you're comparing it to the 700, you do notice some differences, which is okay since the 700 is more of an investment. It should sound better, right? Plus, the 700 can decode DTS and Dolby Digital, where the 500 loses the ability to do DTS. These systems both can also be expanded. They each have corresponding optional subwoofers, and Bose makes a set of wireless surround speakers that can be added to either system to give you a full surround setup. Another noticeable difference is in the way they're controlled. Both work with the Bose Music app, and functionality is the same there, and they both also have 2 touch buttons built into the top, but where they differ is in the supplied remotes. The 500 here has a more basic one designed to work with only the soundbar. The 700 comes with a universal remote that has a really unique feature built in. It only lights up the buttons that are relevant to the source that you're on. This makes using it a lot easier than other universal remotes out there. The sources to select from are going to be TV, cable satellite box, game system, Blu-ray player, or other source. So the 700 has the bigger sound, better remote, cleaning cloth, and supplied optical cable, but it also costs about $250 more. Do the extras justify the additional cost? Perhaps. The bigger sound and better remote control to me are the most valuable, but I'm not sure everyone's going to agree with me that they're worth the extra cost. If you don't mind the smaller size and you want to save some money on a great sounding speaker, the 500 is an excellent choice. But if the larger size of the 700 doesn't impact your installation and you have other sources to control, I'd invest the extra money and go with this one. What do you think? Do the extras justify the price difference? Which one would you go with? Let's hear what you think down in the comments. As always, we appreciate you checking out our video, and don't forget, we get new products in all the time to review, so make sure you subscribe so you get updates whenever we post new content.